remember me. I am the prince. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I swear I am the prince. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the prince. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I swear I am the prince. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
Play action, now it's Lance. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. The Bengals at 6-2 to start play. And they come in after a loss last time out, but they've still been in good form. They've won 6 of their last 8.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
In on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Lance. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 39 yards there, a big one. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. In motion right is Brown. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took...
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them would be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And some room to roam now. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. I wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And we are tied at 7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 55 rushing yards. Rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they found a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 29. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 7-7, our score after 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly fair to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. First and 10, Taylor now. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On third down, Mixon. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there is the right call.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and
intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 147 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. And Lance now to throw. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Okay, ready?
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Lance. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 now.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Back to Mixon on second down. And to the 42-yard line here. Brought down there. 164 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, it's Mixon. Runs over it, and he's got room. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Mixing up the middle. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. A handoff to Mixon. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead is down to 1 now, 14-13.
Taylor responds to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that
one. On 2nd and 1, Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe with a pick. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Again, it's Mixon. Trucks over him. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here's Lance to throw it. This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game. And there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 41, Lance. That's Tunyon bringing in the quick throw. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 more on that one and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Trey Lance taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Bengals put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to a go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready up. Ready?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
That is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you got the offensive line just down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary and you give up a big one.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On first down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now it's Wilson.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. Charlie said for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, we know why those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for Cincinnati, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They feel the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it.